Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to 2022. Even this early in the year, I think we can safely say that we will be facing some ongoing challenges in the cold chain with constantly changing government requirements, a scarcity of AdBlue, ongoing freight issues, and empty shelves that reflect the shortage of staff in our sector. But all is not doom and gloom, though. And as always, the cold chain is resilient and always there to ensure that food is delivered to the retailers to maintain that confidence in food quality every day. The year has started strongly for RWTA, and we have many great things planned for you all this year. Excited to announce the addition of a new member, I'm pleased to introduce Richard Cholwick, Manager of Partnerships from Benjamin and Benjamin Insurance Group. Welcome, Richard.
Thank you very much. Great to be here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. Richard, Benjamin and Benjamin are insurance brokers. Can you tell me a little bit about your company, please?
Sure. So Benjamin and Benjamin is a third generation insurance broker. So the family was instrumental in 100 years ago, or just over 100 years ago, in establishing the first Lloyd's office in Melbourne.
Yes.
And also in founding Lumley's, which is an insurance brand that many would have heard of, particularly in the automotive space. And from there, three generations of the family have been involved in insurance. And Paul Benjamin, our managing director, about 7 years ago, after having worked in and out of the industry for several years and following some passions, decided to establish his own insurance brokerage. And really that was about because he believed that there was a better way for assisting some of the clients from some of the challenges that many were facing out in the industry. And unfortunately, there are plenty of horror stories that we've all heard of where people thought that they were covered by insurance, or they thought that they had insurance to a particular point, and then when they needed to make a claim, there was unfortunately a nasty surprise. And Paul thought that there was definitely a better way to do business, and that became the catalyst for Benjamin and Benjamin.
Very good. And I guess now that begs the question, what makes Benjamin and Benjamin different from other insurance brokers?
I think it's a couple of things. First of all, it's really our approach. I guess our ethos and how we operate is that we can't insure you if we don't know you. So yes, we need to gather some information, and on that occasion, it means that we need to maybe send you a form to gather some information. But if we don't know the business, we can't insure the business. And that means we also love to be able to go out there and to walk the operation, walk the site, walk the floor, talk to people, better understand your business. The more information that we can gather, the more that we can do around having conversations with insurers and making sure that we can get you the best possible policies at the best possible premiums, but making them specific to your business rather than generic. So it's that approach, it's the expertise that we have internally, and Paul's been very careful and very specific about different people that he's brought in-house. So for example, again, our director of operations, Nate, was one of the key people responsible for all the claims management, or processing all the claims management for Christchurch when the earthquake happened in New Zealand several years ago now. So again, we have that expertise in doing things on scale. And it's knowledge that we have internally, again, as an industry, around transport, logistics, warehousing, marine, storage. We have internal skill sets and we understand that business, and we're able to look at a business as a whole.
Excellent. Many, if not all, of the RWTA members, I suspect, will already have their insurance taken care of. How can your company assist them with insurance, do you think?
Good question. I think the first thing that I just want to say around that is, in looking to support the members, the one thing that we don't want to do is waste anybody's time. So if somebody has a relationship that they're happy with, and on occasions it could be a family friend or relative or somebody else that they trust that's doing their insurances, that's fantastic and that's great. We don't want to step on anybody's toes, and we understand that. But again, on occasions, the adage is you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes it may have been a while or period of time until somebody within the business might have reviewed their insurance program. And what we're very happy to do is actually sit down with them and say, well, let's go through, understanding your business, having a look at the policies that you've got and seeing if there are any gaps. So maybe there's, based on how your business is operating nowadays. It might be different to when you actually first started working with your insurance broker. You may have evolved, you may have changed, you may have grown, but your policy or program may not have done that. So we're very happy to sit down and go, let's understand your business, let's look at those policies. Are there some gaps? Present that information to you. Again, obviously, as the customer, you make the decision as to what works best for you. But it's reviewing the circumstances around those policies. Sometimes you may be with the right insurer, but the policy could actually be improved, or you may have a fantastic policy, but you're actually with the wrong insurer. So you may be paying an unnecessary high premium because there are other insurers in the market that may be a little bit more aggressive or better priced. So we're happy to work through with businesses, do that review, come back and present that information. And if we can help, fantastic. And if we can't, we at least thank them for the opportunity.
I think you've just made a really good point. I think you get comfortable, and it's something that a lot of companies aren't. They're not specialists. They work in cold chain, for instance, and they're not specialists in insurance, so they stick with what they have, and they feel comfortable with what they have because they don't know any better. So it's sometimes good to have an outside party say, look, you're doing this, this, and this perfectly. Have you thought about this, this, and this? That Correct. You could add or subject. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, sometimes a business may have a more of an online presence than what they may have had a little while ago. And again, there are some challenges and some exposures around privacy and an online presence and so forth. And they may not have thought about, protection specific for how they operate in that online environment. So again, it's about understanding the business in totality and then breaking it down and looking at, maybe where some of those gaps may be.
That's fantastic. Now, you're based in Melbourne, correct?
Yes, based in Melbourne, but our business is national. So we have, national coverage, not only right across Australia, but we also do a fair bit of work overseas as well. So we're very comfortable and confident in being able to support the members irrespective of where they're located.
That's fantastic. It's been lovely speaking with you, Richard. It'll be great to meet you finally. And others in person when we start to do these networking events, which I suspect will open up more and more in 2022. And looking forward to seeing other people from your company as well at the networking events around Australia this year. So we're looking forward to seeing you there.
Thank you so much.